The following is a presentation of CBS Sports Colorado. From Boulder, this is Coach Prime's Playbook with Romi Bean. Brought to you by your Colorado GMC dealers. Experience the full Sierra family lineup at your local GMC dealer today. Now your host, Romi Bean, and the coach of the CU Buffs, Deion Sanders.
He fakes to his right, circles back to his left, running up the inside. He dives to the end zone. Touchdown! They direct snap this one to Traylon Miller. Runs up inside. He bowls over a defender to the end zone. Spins around, gives him a reverse. Running at the 20. Cuts inside a blocker at the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Cody Hagan. After an outstanding start by the Buffaloes, they fall tonight to BYU 24-21.
Sometimes it felt like the moment was just too big for some of our athletes, and they got to do something about that.
Well, welcome into Coach Prime's Playbook. Another beautiful day here in Boulder.
It really
the
is.
privilege, as always, to sit down with Coach Prime. I'm not going to ask you how your weekend was this time.
Well, it wasn't as bad because it's you hate losing.
Yeah.
You know that off the rip. But when you know you're capable of winning, it eases it a little bit.
Okay.
So now you identify the areas that you got to improve on, that you emphatically got to improve on to get over that hump. Because two teams that are ranked, a total of 10 points, decided the game.
Yeah. So you talk about identify those areas. What are those areas in your mind?
I can't say that. I can't say that. We, as a team, I just say collectively, we got to improve on certain areas.
Let me ask you this. Has the team seemed receptive to, I'm sure you told them
Oh, yeah.
about
Now,
that.
we told them, and we identified the areas, and we've told them for sure. Yeah, but we had a great day of practice today. We really did, and we just got to keep on working, keep on stepping, keep on collectively doing better. And as a head coach, I got to do better, and I got to keep everyone together and keep them hungry and thirsty.
Something I thought was interesting that you said after the game that you felt like some of the guys weren't ready for the moment.
Yeah.
Was that a surprise to you?
Sometimes, because so many youngsters these days live this facade of I'm that guy, until it's an opportunity to show everybody you're that guy.
Yeah.
And you got to be that. And I don't think that's a taught quality, a taught trait. That's in you. It's either in you or it ain't.
Yeah.
But if it's not, at least prepare to the fact that you could improve on those intangibles that will enhance that opportunity that you would have to be that guy in crunch time.
So you've talked about your DBs. You've talked about that they need to play better. Okay.
It's not just them.
Let me just ask you about
it. It's
that.
not just them.
It does feel sacrilege a bit for me to ask the best cover corner ever this question, but do you ever consider maybe they should play a little more zone if they're struggling in man?
When you start doing things uncharacteristic of the player's strengths,
Sure.
it's gonna offer you up to be taken.
Sure.
So I'm trying to put that as polite as possible. We just got to make plays. It's not like we're not capable. We're capable. It's not like the wrong plays are being called. The right plays are being called. We just got to make the plays.
I'm curious about the penalty on Amarian Miller that negated a big run by Caden.
Yeah.
I'm wondering with that, if you had a chance to look at it, do you agree with it? Do you send that?
I agree with it. It was a good call.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we can't make those mistakes because those are game-changing mistakes.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of Caden, he was dual threat. He was using those legs in the pocket. Do you feel like he's the quarterback you need him to be when he's playing in the pocket? Do you feel like I'm just poking today?
Really? Why don't you just take the gun and shoot me? All right. You are really at it.
You know
what? I like it because you're on your game. You're on your game. That's what I respect you. What were you saying, by the way?
Caden in the pocket. Will you evaluate him for me?
We got to do better.
Okay.
We got to do better.
Yeah. How has he been like when he goes back, looks at his?
We got to do better.
But he's okay.
We got to do better.
You know what? Let's go ahead and look at who's next. How about that? We got who's next. That's
She is on
TCU.
fire
I don't know.
today.
I'm sorry. I'm just coming out today. I'm tired from yesterday. TCU, they're 3-1. They just lost to ASU.
You just came to empty the clip today. Wow.
What else? TCU. Oh, they did ruin Bill Belichick's debut at UNC. They've got a great passing offense. Let's hear from head coach Sonny Dykes, who's really disappointed about their last outing.
We just got to go one day at a time and play better. I think we can build off of this effort. As disappointed as we all are, it just goes the same thing we've talked about over and over again. You turn the ball over 3 times, you're just not going to win football games.
All right, let's talk about TCU. I'm not going to do any more pointed questions.
Where's this bullseye on here? Is it on the shades? What is it?
I don't know what's in the air today.
But you know what? I'm sure the viewers are loving this.
You know what?
They're loving. They're loving you right now.
I hope to come back next week.
Yeah. Oh, you're coming back.
Okay, I hope so. Let's talk about TCU. Their passing game.
Yeah, they're good.
That's what really kind of stands out. What's
They're
their
good.
most dangerous piece of
Well,
that
the
offense?
quarterback makes good decisions. I like him. He's tough. He's a warrior. He's the guy that distributes the ball. They get it out really quick. They run a tempo offense, so we've been practicing tempo today, having like 2 huddles, like you up, and just nonstop, so we could make sure our signals are correct, make sure we're getting them and we're dispersing them all around the 11 that we have out there on the field. So they present a tremendous problem, and they take a lot of shots. Yeah, they're going to go for it.
So we talk about it. This seems like a great week for your DBs, really, to get some confidence against what is a really good passing
we pray
offense.
that's the case.
Yeah. What's the message?
The message is play hard, play fast, and forget the last play.
Okay,
And let's move on. Let's go.
like
We ain't got time to be worried about whatever happened to the last play, good or bad. Let's go.
Okay, I like it. It's kind of hard to believe that we're entering week 6. The season's kind of flying. At 2-3, what's just kind of your evaluation of where you guys are at?
I'm not happy whatsoever. You know that.
Yeah.
But when you really think about it, like 10 points in 2 games, we got our butts kicked to Houston. We didn't come to play. But these other 2 games, we could have won them, and we had opportunities to not only tie, but to win the games. And we just couldn't get it done.
Yeah. Close, because you got to get over the hump.
Yeah, but they're only counting horseshoes.
And hand grenades, which I'm throwing apparently today.
No, you throwing more than that.
All right, we're going to take a break. Coming up on the other side, we're going to talk to Tawfiq Byard. I'm going to regroup, so I'm not throwing him the same kind of questions.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Who's Next? Brought to you by your Colorado GMC dealers. Experience the full Sierra family lineup at your local GMC dealer today. Clothing for CBS Sports Romi Bean is provided by Garbarini in Cherry Creek North, celebrating our 40th anniversary in Denver, located at 3rd and Fillmore. This is Coach Prime's Playbook.
Shotgun snap, quick throw out. Martin makes the big grab, but he's hit by Tawfiq Byard and brought down for a loss of 2 yards. They swing it left, and Byard read it beautifully for Colorado.
Well, welcome back into Coach Prime's Playbook, and we are thrilled today to sit down with Tawfiq Byard. I feel like you have just been absolutely everywhere at the start of this season. We hear your name over and over and over again. You got 30 tackles in the last 3 games. What's contributed to your success?
Just togetherness. I'm not only doing it for me, I'm doing it for the guys on that field. And it's all season we talked about playing together, talked about playing fast, creating negative plays, and each and every Saturday that's what I go out there and try to do.
Tawfiq, it is so fun watching you. You came here from South Florida. Why'd you want to come to Colorado?
I wanted to come here. I wanted to get a culture change, and I wanted to play in big stages. And being here with Coach Prime in Colorado, it's the biggest lights. Everyone's watching you every Saturday, and that's where I want to be, especially as a DB.
Did you have to adjust to the big lights, the bright lights?
No, I wouldn't say so. I say I kind of played at a powerhouse high school. So, being in the big-time games where everyone's watching you, I'm kind of used to it. And that's why you see on Saturday I go out there and perform.
There's been kind of a pipeline of great players that have come from South Florida, from here, Jimmy, Xavier, Sincere's here.
Yes,
Did you talk to any of them before making the jump?
Nah, I haven't talked to them. On my official visit, actually, on South Florida, I was with Jimmy, so I kind of knew him that way, not really personal, but yeah, I did know him a little bit.
That's awesome. Tawfiq, I feel like you've got great play recognition, great instincts. What do you feel like is the most important characteristic of a good safety?
Like you said, instincts. And how do you get instincts? Film study. You got to go out there, you got to know your opponent, you got to watch, get little nuggets that they do. So it's just, all they do is just help you play faster. You just want to have good instincts, and just watch film.
I imagine it's a pretty competitive family. Obviously, you've got a very successful brother in the NFL. I'm curious, what has he taught you? What do you ask him? What do you learn from him?
Yeah, just the overall, just being a student of the game. You know, one thing he taught me, well, not taught me, one thing he told me was always be a student of the game. You know, it was that going into film, watching film, you know, going on a field after practice, getting extra reps in and stuff like that, just to better yourself so when you go out there on Saturday, you're playing free and fast.
You've already had such a great season. As you look kind of towards the rest of the season, what goals do you want to accomplish?
Just winning. I just want to get in that one column. You know, you could have 30 tackles, 12 tackles, whatever, how many tackles you want to have, but if you lost, it's still not a good feeling. I just want to get in that one column.
So you look ahead at TCU. What's the biggest challenge this week for you guys?
Just their passing game, their pass attack. They have 2 really good receivers on the outside, and you know, and I love my DBs on that matchup. So we're just going out there and just practicing every day to get better. So when we go out there on Saturday, we're locking up.
You know, even though this is your first year here, I feel like you've really kind of taken on a leadership role as well. Is that something that you strive to do?
I'll just say it probably just come naturally. My whole life, I kind of been in the leadership role, whether playing quarterback on my little league team or being the captain of the defense of my high school and being a leader at South Florida and now here. It just in me.
All right, Tawfiq, well, this has been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
we can't wait to watch you again against TCU. Good luck. Good luck the rest of the way. We got to take a break. On the other side, we're going to sit down with the one and only Coach Warren Sapp, talk about why he likes coaching for Coach Prime and being in Boulder.
Get to know. Brought to you by College Invest. Back to school today. College before you know it. College Invest's 529 savings accounts make saving easy. Visit collegeinvest.org. This is Coach Prime's Playbook.
Welcome back into Coach Prime's Playbook, and what an honor today. We got as Coach Prime likes to say, gold jacket he didn't buy. The one and only Warren Sapp going to sit down with us for a little bit today. Coach, I think the big question always is, when did you decide, hey, maybe I want to get into coaching?
Me and Deion had that conversation when he first took off to go to Jackson State. And I told him, I said, I love you to death, but there's no way in hell I'm coming to Mississippi. It ain't going down. So when he got an opportunity to come here, he called me and said, I ain't got no dogs right now, but when I get a couple, I'm gonna need you. So that's when I started the process of me going and finishing my degree. So when he did call me, I would be available for him. So that's how we got here.
That's beautiful. What has been for you the toughest part about coaching and the most gratifying part?
But I think that's both the same thing. It's the babies. It's the young men I get to work with and try to mold. And then you can get so frustrated with them that, almost like your kids, but you love them so much that, you know, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. Maybe it was what I said, and maybe I need to say it in a different way or show them in a different way. It's just the evolving door of trying to teach young men that think they know everything, what they know after they know everything, because that's what's really important.
That's incredible. And you know, we were talking to Arden Walker last week. He was talking about how much you've done for him, how much you've taught him as a player. When you're kind of coaching up these guys, do you have to adapt to? It's a different age, right? It's a different type of player, NIL, all the stuff. Have you had to kind of adapt it and grow as you go?
No, I live one way. If I can't reach you, I can't teach you.
Cool.
So I try to make it fun. I'm in their face, no doubt about it. And there's a standard we will play to. And there's something I'm expecting of you, young man. And if you're not expecting of yourself, then I need to change your perception of yourself, because I see so much. And if you're not visualizing this, I got to get you to see what I'm seeing and then come along with the program, because the world is your canvas. Paint with bold strokes. You ever seen a Picasso? Looks like a 7-year-old painted it. So that's what I tell them. Paint with bold strokes. Make sure you understand what you're doing and how you're doing it, and you might have a masterpiece there.
Oh, that's just beautiful. I'm feeling motivated. I'm ready to run through a wall.
That's what I try to do for them.
I love it. When we look at this defense, and it feels like kind of progressively this season, we've seen them getting a little bit tougher. You're one of the toughest players that played the game. Can you teach toughness? How do you get a defense to be tougher?
I try to tell these young men, you can't live soft and fight hard. You have to live every snap, every pass rush, every down that you will be held accountable for. Live it. Because if it doesn't take a piece of you away, then you're not in it. I don't want to be the chicken. I don't want to lay the egg. I want to be the pig. I want to give them myself, because that's what my teammates expect of me. That's what my coaches expect of me. And that's what I expect of myself. I'm going to give for my football team in every way, shape, or form I can to help us win this football game.
I absolutely love that. I feel like when it comes to you, I can tell that there's a standard. What for you just takes you right off? Like, we're not having that.
All sides. Pre-snap penalties, mental errors, things that you can control, because we give you the game plan. We ask you to go home and study your film, get all that together. We come over, we walk through it, we go it on the blackboard, we take it from the blackboard to the practice field. Come on. Michael Jordan used to say, you football players so dumb it take y'all 6 days to get it all done. And I say, yeah, because it's 11 of us. There's only 5 of you, so it takes twice as long. But you have to live this. It's not a switch you can turn on and turn off, and that's why I try to get to them. Listen, I understand you got school, parents, all that good stuff, but there's a time and place to prioritize what you got going, and this will be your breadwinner. Trust me, this will be your breadwinner if you make it. And what you put into this game, you will get out of it.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Coach, what a treat this has been. Hall of Famer, and just a pleasure to sit down with you. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Love.
You're the best.
I try.
All right, guys, we got to take a break. We got more with Coach Prime coming up on the other side.
Bingo.
Prime Cuts, brought to you by... Time now for the final whistle. Brought to you by Delta Dental of Colorado. Protect your smile power with Delta Dental. DeltaDentalCO.com. This is Coach Prime's Playbook.
Morris swings it right side, and it's picked off by Travis Hunter. You have got to be kidding me what I just saw. Swinging out of the backfield, caught by Dillon. 35, steps out of a tackle. 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. And in the Lone Star State, there is no star that shines brighter than Deion Coach Prime Sanders.
Welcome back into Coach Prime's Playbook, and we're going back to where it all started. I remember that debut like it was yesterday. It was magical. I remember that was the word I used. What do you remember about that game?
The conclusion, when that last second ticked off that clock, and you saw the zeros just going across the field to shake the, Coach Dak's hand, and just seeing Shedeur face Travis and the whole team, and just it was pandemonium. And in the locker room, all of that, it was quite a day.
Yeah, it was emotional.
Very emotional.
Some of the stuff that Bucky shared behind the scenes too. I guess, will you give yourself a minute to think about it when you get there?
That's over.
That's over and done with.
Yeah, we move on. We moved on. We got to go get it. We got to go play now. We got to be sound. We got to take care of our business. We got to dot the I's and cross the T's.
Okay. Let me go with something positive. One thing that was awesome.
You got some positive?
Yeah, I do. It was Draylen Miller working out of the backfield. I mean, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
How long has that been in the works?
We can't tell you that, but what we can tell you that we're going to build on that.
Yeah.
We're going to keep building on that and give him more options and more opportunities to touch the ball.
How does he embrace that role of
Loves it.
A different role?
Loves it because he's a physical guy. He's been coached by one of the best that ever did it, and he's learning daily, and I love what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. A guy like that who's really seemed to step into a leadership role as well. Does he kind of pull the team with him?
Yeah. He's a guy that practices hard, plays hard, not on any list, late, tardy, or whatever, missing anything. He's just a great all-around kid.
Yeah. A lot of fun watching him.
Yeah, he is.
Did you see the drone show, by the way, on Saturday?
No, I didn't. I was looking at the scoreboard show.
Oh, okay. There's a drone show, and they had you up there, I think, with your headset and everything.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I guess I'll have to
I wasn't distracted by that.
Okay.
I was looking at the show that was going on the field.
Fair. Real quick before we let you go, Ralphie, what's your rating of Ralphie 2 games in?
Ralph is balling.
Whew, yeah.
Ralph is balling. The soccer team is balling. The volleyball team is balling. We're the only ones not balling.
Okay. Well, time to get balling.
Time to get balling.
All right.
This has been Coach Prime's Playbook with Romi Bean. Brought to you by your Colorado GMC dealers. Experience the full Sierra family lineup at your local GMC dealer today.